Welcome to Microsoft Excel's another lesson. In this lesson, we're going to learn about index and match function and how it works in Microsoft Excel. So this is quite basic and quite simple. Well, if you're quite used to or have used VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, well, it's quite also the same, but it's going to apply or put the same kind of result in the exact cell where you want the data. Now you can see that there is this icon in the cell 4, column 4, row 4. So what we're gonna do is, let's say, and this is a range, okay? So let's make a border right here by clicking on it. Let's make it all borders. So now you can see that this is a range. So I'm just gonna hold it as a range, okay? Now let's start off with the index function. So what is the index and match function in Microsoft Excel? Well, index returns the value of a cell in a table based on the column and row number, and while match returns the position of the cell in a row or column. Combine the two formulas can look up and return the value of a cell in a table based on vertical and horizontal. Well, you will see that in VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, it only appears or shows the value of the exact type of data which you're searching for. But in index and match function, you can get the exact number of the cell, which is quite like the row or the column, and index will also like get you the result which you're searching for. Okay, so both are quite powerful formulas in Microsoft Excel. So now you can see that in C4 there is this icon. So what I'm gonna do here is start off with the index function, which I'm gonna do is equal index right here, or you can also do is go to formulas. You can see lookup and reference. What I'm gonna do here is this index. When you click on index, you will see that there are two options, which is this array row number and column number, which is the basic one, and next is the reference based one. Well, I always suggest you use the first one, which is array row column and column number, which is quite easier. But when you put in reference, that becomes a bit more complex because sometimes you will see some errors. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is just click on the first one and just press OK, and you will see that this box appears up. When you click on index and type in index, the same kind of option might not appear up. What you have to do is just select the range and do its stuff on the sheet. So what I'm going to do here is select the array. So the array is the range which I have right here. So I'm going to select the range right here. Now you can see that the range is A1 to F7. Okay. If it comes out as an error, so I think my shape or the icon right here is not placed exactly on C4. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do here is select the number of row. So the number of row is 4. Okay, and the column number is also 4, and now you can see that it's 0, so it might not actually come up. But what I'm gonna do here is, let's say, delete this. What I'm gonna do here is apply let's say some stars. Okay, let's say some stars and some ands. Okay, ampersands. So I'm gonna do here is do the same thing and just press OK, and you will see this appears up. So what I'm gonna do here right now is just do the same formula or the same function which I use right here. So what I'm gonna do here is just click on enter, and you will see that 0 appears up. So what I'm gonna do here is do the index function again. Click on lookup reference, click on index, select on the first one. Okay, now I'm gonna select the array. Reference is this one, A1 to F7. Now I'm gonna do is column 4, row 4. Now you can see that this is 0. But what I'm gonna do here is cancel this and maybe put in some data like numbers. Okay, let's type in some data right here, so you will see that this will turn into data. Okay, so let's do it again. Lookup and reference, click on index. Okay, select on the array again. Row number should be 4. This should be also 4. you will see that the returns a value of the reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and a column. So as 4 is 0, okay, which is not exactly 4. So what I'm going to do is type in 3 too, okay, which is 1 2 3, okay, 3 and column should be 4, my bad, or this one should be 4 and this one should be 3. Now you can see that this type of data has appeared up, but when I press on OK, the same exact data will be placed right over here. So I'm going to do the same thing by putting in an icon, by trying to put an icon. If it works, let's apply an icon, press insert. What I'm going to do here is, let's say right over here, okay, moved here. Now I'm going to do the same thing by going to formulas, lookup and reference, click on index, okay, array, select the array or the range which you have right here. So here is 4 and this should be 3. Hope it works. It still doesn't put on the icon, but it does put on the value, okay. So if you have the exact or quite the same type of icon which is placed on this cell, you will get the same shape right over here too, okay. So now let's move on to the match function. So how does match function work? Now let's go to sheet 1, and you can see that these are some of the old data which I used in previous lessons. So what I'm going to do here is just use the function match. Okay, so let's start off by using the formula, which is equal match. You can do it from here, and you will see that these three options, or these three values, or requirements are needed to find out the result. So what I'm going to do is lookup value. So the lookup value should be somewhere around here, okay. So the lookup value is, let's say, okay, let's type in the same kind of data which I did in the last video, which is HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. So I'm gonna do is search for, let's say, okay, if we want to start with 2764, okay, and let's put another one which is tigress, okay. Now what I'm gonna do here is just click on, these are the references, okay. So I'm gonna do is type in equal match. Now I'm gonna put on the lookup value. So this is the lookup value. Now I'm gonna put on a comma. Now what I'm gonna do is search for the lookup array, which is the column, okay. So I'm gonna do is select this, which is the deposited amount, and which is right here, 2764. So I'm gonna select this and comma again. And now what we're gonna do is less than 1 exact match or whatever it is, and if you keep it nothing, like put on nothing and just close the parenthesis, it will just stay on default, okay. So I'm gonna just like select on default and just press enter, and you can see that 2764 is in 5th one, okay. So it's in the 5th column, which you can see right here, which is right here on the array. Now what I'm gonna do here is put on a comma, and now I want exact match. So when I select on exact match or just type in 0, just press enter, and it will also show you the same type of result. So this is how your match function and index function works. So if you want to see the index function again, we can show you right here too. So I'm gonna do is type in equal index. Okay, now I'm gonna do the first one which I used. Okay, you can also use the reference by using this. Now if I want to select the reference, I can do it. So I'm gonna do is select the reference. Okay, so I select the reference. Okay, comma, my bad, the reference should be right here. No comma. Now I'm gonna select the row number. Okay, this is Tigris, so I'm gonna select on here. Now I'm gonna put on a comma again. Now I'm gonna select the column number. Okay, so the column number here is just 1. Okay, as this is 1 or 6, I don't know, maybe let's try on putting 6, and then now the number area. Okay, area number. So you can see this area number. Close the parenthesis, hit enter, and you will see that several values will appear up, because this is used for selecting a whole range, okay, or pasting the whole range. So I'm gonna not do that, just put on index tab. Now I'm gonna do is click on the array. So I'm gonna select on the array, which is right here. Now I'm gonna select on row number. The row number is, let's say, 5. Okay, 5, or maybe like 2. Let's put on 2 again. Close the parenthesis, hit enter, and you can see for 2, this is 5,375. Okay, 5,375, which is 2 from here too. So if I put on the different value right here, let's say 3, now you can see that 427 appears up. If I do here is 5, 246 for Tigris. So this is how you can use index and match function in Microsoft Excel. Hope you understood everything, and thank you for watching this video.